All right, guys, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. An interesting video for you, and I'm going to call this two more affordable, sweet designs, the Vero Engineering Avid 1 and the Vosteed Kroc. And now, I said more affordable, so again, don't come at me, y'all. I know these are not budget knives, but they're, in the case of Vero, way more affordable than a lot of his stuff. And for the way this one looks, more premium, both of these, this is also a very nicely affordable priced knife. So let's jump in to these two. Both are fairly new on the scene, and both are sub $200. So let's start with the lovely Vero Avid 1. Now, the funny thing is, did I say Nova 1 at the beginning? I hope not. But anyway, Avid 1. And this guy is numbered. This is number 633 of the Avid 1. It is a discreet, or as a hidden back flipper, if you will, with some jimping. Kind of sticks out, works really well. You just snap that sucker, works really good. It's also a front flipper with good jimping. It also has a Vero slot, which you can middle finger flit and thumb flick. And it's on bearings, of course, and really smooth indeed. So I like it. I mean, it's got a good detent. It's very smooth. Now, what makes this a little more affordable? By the way, what are they? They're $185 in this type of configuration. I will leave a link below. And what I mean by this type of configuration is this two-tone G10. So in this case, gray and black, but there's what looks like sort of a blue and black, and there's a jade one that's a little more expensive because it has a black coated blade. In this case, you have a stonewash blade. You have two different pieces of micarta giving you what looks like a bolster here. You have flat scales, but with a chamfer on the top and the bottom that makes it feel more contoured. You have a steel wire pocket clip that is reversible and real cool. Now, something to note here. Got my new magnet in here. And I specifically bought this magnet because this knife tricked me at first. Now, I did not, when I looked at this, I did not readily see a steel lock bar insert. So I thought this was a steel liners. They are not steel liners. These are definitely titanium liners, which is really, really, really cool. Now, they are milled out for weight reduction. You do have your cutout on the inside, and we are locked up at about 35 or 40% there, and decent access to the lock bar. No chamfer on the lock bar. No heavy chamfer, I should say. It is chamfered off, just not a lot, but it doesn't bother me. It's pretty simple. Now, I keep, guys, if you notice, now I didn't do it that time. I keep putting my finger up too far, and then I fall past the detent. You see, I'm stuck on the detent. So you got to come down lower on the lock bar where it does that. But it works, okay? Now we have a clip point blade with a lovely swedge. Really nice. How does this guy cut? Yeah, finey dandy. It is a very nice cutter, as you can see. That is the Vero Avid 1. Okay. Oh, by the way, locked up really nicely. You do have a very nice plunge and sharpening choil area, as you can see. And when we are closed, we come way out to the end. Looks like a G10 backspacer all the way down. I like that. Kind of tweaked in at the bottom, giving you a piece that kind of sticks out, just kind of looks cool. If you will, we are captive pivot, very simple looking pivot. You do have Vero on the top here. All right, let's get to some specs now. $185, as I said. It is 7.7 inches with a 3.25-inch blade, and the cutting edge is 3.125. Drop point is what they call it. I call it a clip point, but whatever. It can be either one. And G10 handles. Handle length 4.25. You can see plenty of room for 4 fingers. Now, this is a little bit of a chunkier, taller handle. We'll talk about how thick it is in a minute. The blade thickness is 0.13. No jimping up here on the spine, which is fine for me, but it might not be for you. Designed by Joseph Vero, made in China, 3.8 ounces. And CPM S45 on the steel, which I almost forgot to say, which would have been really dumb. As far as handle thickness, 0.53. So like I said, not only is it taller, which by the way, we're going to say this is almost 1.1, we'll say 1.1 inches height, which isn't super tall. And then, whoa, oh, I'm on the clip. 0.536 on the handle thickness. So it is definitely a chunkier boy, but it's light for that chunkiness. What did I say? 3.8, not bad at all for the size of this knife. Again, on bearings, nice and smooth, nice and snappy on the deployment. Definitely not shaken out or anything like that. I like it. I like it. All right, next we have the Kroc from our friends at Vosteed. Now, this one is interesting. Now, let me tell you a story before we get into the knife itself. And the story goes like this with almost every Vosteed drop. This one's been out for a few weeks. And guys, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versions of this, okay? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those that are currently available. And of course, the one I'm showing you is sold out. But we're still going to talk about it from the specs, and I'll go over and tell you some of the others, and I will have a link below. Now, this is $129 in S35VN. It is aluminum and what they're calling ocean micarta. I love that. That's what was on the Naga that I had in for review. I love that. You do have a reversible deep carry clip that sits on the scale but works fine. You do have a lanyard hole. You have a backspacer with some jimping. Now, I will say for me, I wish this jimping was a little finer on the front flip. I can do it. You can see that. It's just, sometimes I slide off of it. It's working right now. Just, you see that? I just slid off a little bit. So it would be much snappier if it was like that. Now, it does have full milled liners in there for weight reduction, and that works. You do have a top liner lock. You see that? There's your liner, and there's your button. You push that, and you go down. It is on bearings, and it's really, really cool. Now, as far as speckaroonies, it is 2.99-inch blade with an overall length of 7 inches, 0.118 on the blade thickness. S35, they call it a sheep's foot, which it is. It is. It's just kind of a chopped off sheep's foot. By the way, 4-finger grip here. Now, you do feel that clip very much on this handle. I can relax around it, so that works. It's now in the bottom of my hand instead of up here, so that works. And again, 4-finger grip and a little bit of room to choke up. You also have jimping right here. And you can definitely, you have plenty of spine to get out here for that low tip and those cuts. And you can see there's a slip it off again. D10 is good, doesn't shake out, has a hole, flicks open. I would say that D10 is pretty strong for the flick, works great for the thumb open. I like this guy. It is small, but it's good. Now, HRC is 60+1, 4-inch handle. 0.51 on the handle thickness, so not super thick, 3.35 ounces, and yeah, really, really cool indeed, and it is an in-house design, and I really dig that ocean micarta. I mean, that to me is one of the coolest handle materials I've seen in a long time, especially when it's tastefully done like that. And it was great on the Naga as well. This machine satin on the blade is great. The hole is plenty big for me, no problems there. And yeah, really great traction on the button. Works really well as well. So I dig the lovely Kroc here. Now, what is available? We have aluminum and what looks green aluminum and weave carbon fiber. We have blue aluminum with a black blade and black carbon fiber. That one looks absolutely sick. There is a Topo G10 inlay one with aluminum and like a kind of bronze handle. That one's sold out. Oh, darn it. There's a one with a, now, oh, by the way, these are 125, but let me tell you about this. So there is a G10 handled one with G10 and a G10 inlay, it looks like. Two different versions of that with 14C28N blades, and those are $69. Hello? $69 for this same design with 14C and G10 in two different colors. Really cool. I'll leave a link below. There's a couple other versions too. Here's another $69 one that's black with a gray G10 inlay and a black blade. I mean, come on. Really cool looking stuff. I will leave a link down below to all of the above. Now, let's do our comparisons between these two. The Vero is going to be quite bigger. You like how I did the V? This is the V video, the Vero and the Vosteed. Come on, you didn't miss that, did you? You can see the Ontario Rat 1 is bigger than both, and that the Vero is bigger than the Vosteed. And the Rat 1 is about, the Rat 2 is about the same size as the Vosteed, okay? And then if we switch over to our friend, the 7-inch Tempest Knives Microburst, look at that. Look at that. Very similar. Actually, a little bit of similarity shape-wise, but not completely at all, and not in any kind of copy way. That's not what I'm saying. And then look, the pinion, which is 8 inches, is close to the Vero. So really, really cool indeed. So there you go. That is the Vosteed Croc and the Vero Avid one. I keep wanting to say Nova, and I don't know why. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know with a like and a comment down below, and definitely hit that subscribe and that notification bell to all. And thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.